I think we are right now. So
did Mark.
Hey everybody, Zach Martin here, live. We got Alicia here as always, and then we got our good friend Mark Ludwig here, live from Phoenix. Alex, welcome, Mark. How are you today?
Doing great. Having a busy conference down here.
Yeah.
You're in Scottsdale?
Scottsdale, Arizona. Beautiful down here. Unfortunately, I won't get to see much of the outside. I get here early in the morning, and then I don't get back to the hotel till 8 o'clock at night when it's dark. So,
yeah.
Right.
How long
till tomorrow night. Then I leave to get back to St. Louis. I think I get back at midnight St. Louis time tomorrow night.
Wonderful.
But it's a beautiful area. Just looking out the window looks nice, even if I can't really be out there much.
Yeah, I would say you should go hike Camelback while you're in Scottsdale in your spare time. Next trip. So Camelback's one of my favorite things I've ever hiked. It's a great story that I'm not going to tell today. But let's hear your experiences right now of what's going on in Scottsdale.
Yeah, it's a neat experience. I've got one of my good friends, Tim Jones, used to be Speaker of the House for Missouri. And he's on their national board here. And so he got me approved as a non-legislator to come. But about 500 legislators from around the country. It's literally a conference just for legislators. So about 500, mostly conservative legislators from around the country, state reps and state senators. But the neat thing is they're here specifically to write policies for bills for next year. I mean, this is the entire conference is to set the policy agenda for 2024 for different states. And they can brainstorm off each other. Hey, what passed in your state this year? What'd you learn? What can you help us out with next year? And just neat to see all these different state reps and state senators, talking with each other and collaborating, and then trying to get our issue out there. I'm the low man on the totem pole, so it's not like I'm going to, change the conference or something.
Right.
But at least we're getting our issue out there. And ironically, with me being a non-member, I'm getting, with me being in a wheelchair, I'm getting a lot of attention, to be honest. So I have been able to just have some unbelievable discussions with legislators that we just couldn't have. To be able to go to 20 different states and get 3 days with legislators in all those states would be cost prohibitive, first off, because it'd be tens of thousands of dollars and highly inefficient. Whereas here in 3 days, I've got 500 legislators. It's a gold mine, and most of them are highly receptive to our issue. The other neat thing is that we do have people like Tim, who's very well respected by everybody in ALEC, because he's a big supporter of our issue. And then Jim Murphy's here with me. He was the House sponsor that you guys got to meet in St. Louis.
Yeah.
But Jim's here. So any legislators that have questions, I can immediately feed them to Jim. And and we've got 35 legislators from Missouri here. So we've got a big. I'm sorry.
You got Tom Pischke there?
I haven't seen him. I don't know if he's here or not.
Tom, if you're not there, get on a plane.
He needs to be.
Get over there right now.
Right
really?
Now. I think he definitely needs to be there, especially this upcoming season and stuff too.
Yeah, but it's just a neat organization, and like I said, it's not a rah-rah. It's a roll up your sleeves work type event. Yeah. So just a highly efficient and appreciate people who contributed to help offset some of the cost. Because it's an extremely expensive event to try and attend. To give you an idea, the membership is $15,000 a year for if you're not a legislator. And that doesn't cover the conference fees. That's just the membership fee. And then usually each conference, you're going to spend about $5,000 to by the time you figure conference fee, hotel, airfare. And so it's an expensive, and people pitched in, and because there's no way on my Uber income, especially with me being out of pocket for the last 4 weeks, that I would have been able to cover it. And so people pitched in. I've got somebody saving me a ride on Uber tonight. I had Lindsay from TFRM pick me up at the airport. Probably saved me a $75 Uber ride, I bet. Getting me to the hotel, and then I've got somebody picking me up tonight because I'm staying off site to try and save money instead of because as you know, some of these conferences are like $400 a night hotels, and I just can't see. So I'm staying off site.
Scottsdale's not cheap anyway.
Yes, it's the first time I'd ever been here. I didn't realize this is beautiful down here.
Oh, it's gorgeous down here.
I didn't realize Scottsdale, Phoenix, Tempe are all like one huge conglomerate down here.
Yeah, it's one big town. I went when I sold pharmaceuticals for Merck. That's where our headquarters was at, and I got for a whole 3 months on Merck's budget. It was a terrible experience. I don't recommend anybody go sell pharmaceuticals.
Yeah.
I bet there's some pharmaceutical people down there, though. I'm sure they get to hang out in ALEC, no question. So what's been, tell us about, I don't know, one of the best meetings you've had so far. What's been the best meeting?
Well, I think a couple of things. They did a introductory meeting for first time attendees, which was pretty neat. There was well over 100 of us, and literally had every single person go around the room and say who you were. And so obviously I stood out as a non-legislator. And so I said, I work on getting legislation passed for kids of divorce. And I can tell you, easily 8 or 10 legislators sought me out after the meeting to say, hey, I'm a product of divorce, and, hey, I'd be interested in talking to you. Wow. So it's just really neat. Like I said, the reception we're getting is phenomenal. And like I said, it's really pleased. I was able to get a ALEC TV interview today. They have ALEC has their own TV station specifically for legislators, so that legislators can, and then they've got their own YouTube channel, so legislators can look up issues. And really grateful they allowed me to be on there today. So it's not something, I don't know if we're going to be able to publish it or not, but at least it's something that legislators see. Because like I said, it's specifically geared to legislators. So it was kind of neat. And I edified our bill sponsor, Jim Murphy, so that if people have questions, because normally the first person they want another legislator at these type of events. Yeah. But the fact that you're here, they know that somehow you were vetted to be able to get here. So it gives a little bit of credibility. And like I said, I'm the low man on the totem pole here, but I do feel like it was worth the investment just to get the issue out. The connections we've made, I've already been able to feed a few people to several other states. I was texting different leaders around the country saying, hey, I met with this person, follow up with them in your state. Hey, I met with this person, follow up in your state. And just kind of neat to feed people in different states some leaders that we can potentially have co-sponsoring bills around the country here.
Yeah. How about any of the Wyoming guys? You gotten hold of Jared Olson maybe, or who else might be there?
Actually, there are some Wyoming people that I'm going to try and seek out either tonight or tomorrow.
Okay.
But yeah, I did see Wyoming. Wyoming does have several people here.
Is it Bouchard? If Bouchard, let me know.
I didn't see him yet, but I do know there were several people from Wyoming that I saw. Yeah. So
wonderful. Yeah.
Yeah. The obviously the number one state that has people here is Arizona. Number 2 is Iowa. Missouri's in the top 5. I think Ohio has one of the top 5. So I'm definitely going to be seeking them out.
Yeah.
For Mike and Elizabeth, because they're really getting close in Ohio right now. I've been texting Elizabeth while I've been down here, and they're getting darn close to passing in Ohio this year.
That's good. I mean, the more the better, right? We got to keep going.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Alicia. What are you saying?
Planting seeds. Mark is in Arizona planting seeds.
Yeah. So if anybody's directly working with legislators, shoot me a private message on my personal page, and I'll seek people out in those states. And then, like I said, my goal is I don't want to be the one-man show. My goal is to just use my specialty, which is networking, and then feed people back. And that way I can be sort of a bird dog, if you will, to find somebody, check their pulse, check their interest. And then if they're interested, boom, I'll feed the lead. But so if you're directly working with, I don't want everybody shooting, but if you're, like a Zach or like a Chris Rainbolt in Oklahoma, Ron Holmes in Kansas, Mike and Elizabeth, a Summer Johnson, people like that are directly engaged with legislators. John Gallman in South Carolina, shoot me a private message and I'll seek legislators out in your state tonight and tomorrow.
Yeah. STL Mark Ludwig, correct? Is that the tag if they don't have you as a friend?
That's my Instagram it's just Mark Ludwig on Facebook.
Hey, and Instagram too. He's going for Instagram. So keep that going.
I do nothing on there. I've got like 400 followers and nobody watches anything on that
one. I watch all of them, Mark.
I
do. yeah, that's what everybody says.
There's 2 likes every time.
I only have 1 view on everything, and both of you are already saying you watch it.
It's Mark's alternative ego. He goes into his likes it. Like that.
But yeah, reach out, or if you can't get a hold of me, reach out to Zach or Alicia, and they can get a hold of me if somebody needs to while I'm down here.
Definitely. If you know somebody, if you have the connections, this is a perfect opportunity for us to get in front of so many more people than we would. I think that's one of the real big things about
this is and so much more powerful than like a CPAC and Family Research Council are neat events, but they're geared to the consumer. They're more of a talk from stage. This is a workshop type conference, and it's geared to legislators. Normally, CPAC, they'll get about 100, 150 legislators, but they're interspersed in a crowd of 10,000. Here,
crazy.
there's 500 legislators, and I'm interspersed in them. So, I mean, they're literally everywhere as I'm talking. There's people behind me and walking down the hall that are all legislators. So,
I'm gonna be.
It's
I'll
an
be
amazing
talking
opportunity.
with Tom.
yeah,
Pitch
it really
about
is.
getting out there. I think the more we can get out there, especially with people that are making big moves in these towns and these states, the more opportunities we have to just get contact with different people. And I'm glad you're out there right now making these.
And I will be in July. They are having the next conference in Denver, so I may pop up and see you.
Oh, really?
But
come on up.
Yeah, I'm working on getting approval to be able to go to that one. But I think it's the end of July that is going to be in Denver this year.
Nice. When I'm taking the final bar exam for Wyoming and Colorado in July, so I might be.
Oh my gosh!
Right after
that would be sweet, dude.
Come down and celebrate. Yeah, I'm doing it twice now. I'm gonna do it in South Dakota, and then I'm gonna do it again in Wyoming in July. So that'd be a great time to come celebrate with you in Colorado. We can go down to Estes Park and hit some mountains and do some hiking. So
yeah.
Well, what can we look forward to coming from you next? So you got this coming up. What's coming up here for you in December? What do you have?
Going to be doing some online trainings for people who are working on legislation and assisting any way that I can in any of the states. Yeah, with the manual. And I always feel bad. I don't want people to think that I'm out to sell books or anything like that. We only had 75 of them printed because the demographic market for a book like that is not like going to be a bestseller. It's specifically geared to people who want to get shared parenting legislation passed. But it's literally 40 years. And literally some of the notes, ironically, literally came directly from Newt Gingrich that are in that book. I mean, a lot of that book came directly from Newt Gingrich. Lessons that I learned 25 years ago. Lisa, you're awesome. But if
these books is a bestseller.
But if anybody is interested, contact me or Zach Relisha and they get a hold. They are kind of expensive because we only had 75 of them printed, and the cost per book when you only do that many, it's $75 plus shipping. But I promise you this: the material is in there that we could literally parachute you anywhere in, and there's 324 pages that will coach you through everything you need to know about how to get a bill passed. And so you don't need any kind of background. I mean, literally, even if you didn't take your 8th grade civics class, I'm going to walk you through in that manual step by step what to do.
Right. Well, now with
worth its weight in gold.
Is definitely that. So I'll say everybody passes their 7th grade civics class because there's no child left behind. So we're all okay. We all passed. We all made it.
All right. Well, I do need to get hopping because we've got other breakout rooms I want to try and catch here. But I just wanted to, like I said, I'm really proud of the two of you and really grateful, very sincerely. I mean, you guys have done a great job helping out the whole community. We've got a lot of neat people, but the two of you do a great job. I know. Is it tomorrow? You've got Josh Jaros on?
Yep. Josh Jaros tomorrow. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. He is, of all the leaders I've met in the country, I would rate him like at the top of the top. Just a neat guy, heart's in the right place. And I encourage everybody to tune into that. That's going to be a great interview.
Yeah, that guy's like what him and his kids do. He's so connected, and they do so many cool activities. outside.
Oh yeah,
he gets those boys going, and you can just see the love and the connection.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
I'm excited to out tomorrow. I talked to him all morning, pretty much. So looking forward to tomorrow also. So tune in tomorrow, 5 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, because we live in the mountains here in Wyoming. So Mark, have a great one, man. Enjoy ALEC down there.
Thank you, Mark.
And go get them, man. Keep going. Appreciate you.
All right. Well, thanks a lot, guys. Appreciate you.
See you later. Have a good one. All right. Well, Alicia, that was good. I know. Let's just stay on for a second here. So you and I.
Okay. Did you like that?
I did like that. I thought that was really great. I love that you had it right there. Unprepared.
It's always right here, right next to the Constitution.
Look at you! Wow. I mean, things I would expect but did not know, and so I'm glad that you keep those things handy. So, in law school, they really pushed us to read the Constitution, and I thought that was a good thing. Something I hadn't actually done before I went to law school was read the Constitution, and so.
We should probably all do that. It's pretty important, just so you know.
Yeah, I mean, like, you get to live in this country.
For those of you that don't know.
Yeah, there's important things. And it's so simple, right? Like, the whole thing is that it's like we have the rights and the government's limited by the things that are written inside there. So pretty amazing piece of document that they made 200 and 50 years ago almost. We're getting up on that 250 anniversary, right?
Something like that.
Yeah, 1776.
Like
I think we're kind of.
I don't want to call out a number and be wrong and look really.
I think we're 3 years
really
away, and I have my son next year. I have my son for the 250th. You know where we're going? We're gonna be live. You and me, Alicia. We're gonna be live from DC Capitol. You and me and our kids, and we're gonna watch the fireworks from DC on the 4th of July.
When is this happening?
This is
this
happening.
Summer?
No, 2025.
2 years?
2026.
Okay.
That'll be
right.
the 250th. So that'll be 3 years from us now.
Hold on. This is I'll have all my kids that year. So
yeah, I'm gonna have my son that year.
That's my 4th.
All right. Ooh. Yeah. All right. That's what I like to hear. I'm not saying it's divine destiny, but it is. So I'm looking forward to getting that. It's supposed to be that way. Have you ever been anywhere special for 4th of July before?
No.
All right.
You know where I spend the last few years, I have spent the 4th of July in a tiny, tiny, tiny town called Manville, Wyoming.
I was just there.
Population. What's the population of Manville?
It's 3 sisters, I thought, and that was it.
No. There's a population though.
It's gotta be like.
You're thinking of the restaurant. If you have not been to the 3 Sisters, everybody should go there. But very tiny town, right? With a water tower.
It's got a water tower. It's got a lot of abandoned old brick buildings that are really pretty cool. And I love going that way because I go through that from Guernsey
to go to Lusk.
Through Lance Creek.
Right.
Yeah. I go through there. I go through there every time. I don't go to Lusk. No, I go around it. I go through Lance Creek and then I cut across.
Oh,
so
gotcha.
I can speed more,
but very small town, beautiful 4th of July. They have a parade, barbecue in the park. Fireworks are all legal. It's amazing. It's the best place to have 4th of July. So
it sounds
in the nation's capital, that'd be pretty nuts. That'd be pretty.
Let's do it. I think we should go do it. I mean, how incredible would that be? And we're probably going to have Donald Trump as president. Cool. So it's going to be a wild show. Don't you think?
His fingers crossed.
I mean,
we shouldn't be giving our political viewpoints. We're going to lose our.
Oh no!
Real supporters.
We went up in followers because of that. So look at that. We have 7 people watching right now.
Yes, I'm conservative. Just let it.
Yeah, in case you didn't notice, yes,
Whoops.
Alicia is very conservative. She's got her constitution right there. No, I think it's been really fantastic. I haven't checked out any of the comments. Have you looked at any of the comments we have going on? There's 10.
Oh, Jason said 2 bars, 1 church, 3 liquor stores. Not in Manville, man. There's only 1 bar.
1 bar. Yeah, and it's the 3 Sisters bar. So
1 church. Yep.
Right.
Beautiful place.
Yeah, it's a great it's a great spot in the middle of nowhere in Wyoming.
It is.
I don't think I'm stopping there for Halloween or for 4th of July next year, but I bet it's got a really quaint little place. Daniel says Ten Sleep.
Awesome.
Yes.
Ten Sleep, yeah. That's another beautiful place.
Yeah. Right on the base of the mountains, right in the Bighorns. It's gorgeous. If you're not from Wyoming, you've never heard of Ten Sleep or Manville. But both are pretty fantastic.
Right. Raymond, so go ahead.
Go ahead. No.
Go ahead.
Where I'm from.
Raymond.
Raymond, go ahead.
He was confused.
That's okay.
He said, "What's going on? I'm confused." So we were talking with Mark Ludwig.
Mark Ludwig, yeah, and he was talking about
C conference.
American legal. It's
American legislative.
I should know what it is, but I don't.
I know what it is. Just give me 2 seconds.
It's there's a conference. Legislative.
American Legislative Exchange Council, and they're doing that in Scottsdale, Arizona. So
there you go. And
Mark is in Scottsdale putting out the shared parenting message and planting seeds and getting support.
Yes.
From legislators from all over the United States to be able to get some bills passed.
So if you know anybody who knows somebody, let Mark know. Send him a message if you got a hold of somebody and you have a contact who's there, and Mark can meet with them. Mark's looking for those opportunities. It's a chance for us to get somebody in there and to meet with different legislators. And this is a huge opportunity because all these legislators came here to write bills for this next legislative session in 2024. And this is a chance where, we get to meet with more people, have these more discussions, and maybe get a chance to get some of these bills recognized. We got some legislators from Missouri there right now. And those legislators are there talking about the bill that they got passed. It's a monumental bill. It's definitely the fifth state, and we're looking to get more. And Mark's been doing a great job of spearheading this movement with these legislators. So if you know somebody, if you got somebody who he should be meeting with, if you know legislator you're in contact with down there, hit him up. Message Mark on his personal page on Facebook. Don't do the business one because he's got a lot of people message him on his business one. Do it on his personal page.
Too many.
Or message us, and we will get a hold of him. So St. Croix, Minnesota, huh? I did. So I'm gonna be honest. My favorite 4th of July. Just gonna throw it out there. And I've gone a couple different places for 4th of July, but my favorite one is I did Canada Day and 4th of July back to back, 3 days apart, because Canada Day is July 1st. What's up, Chris? And it was the trip in 2019, and my son and I did a camping trip. We did 7 national parks, 3 Canadian national parks, and we camped the whole freaking time and just did a whole adventure in the middle of nowhere. And we watched the fireworks on the 4th of July at Whitehead Lake in Glacier, just outside of Glacier National Park. And
Wow.
we got there early, and we were right there on the lake shore, and you could watch the fireworks in the air and the fireworks off the lake. And he was 2, and so like throwing rocks was like the greatest thing in the whole freaking world. And we did that whole trip. I bet we threw thousands of rocks into water on that trip. It was
Nice.
water tossed into the lake, and we were there for like 3-4 hours, and he just tossed all the rocks that he could get his hands on into this lake. And then we sat there and put our feet in the water. It was freezing, and cuddled up and watched the fireworks. And it was, I would say, the best display I've ever had.
Oh, what a special memory.
Oh my God, it was so special. I sure cherished that trip. And then 2 days later is when I found out that I got into law school. So
Congratulations. See,
it was a pretty epic journey in my life. So Alicia, 4th of July, anybody wants to come out there and join us in DC, 4th of July, 2026, the 250th.
I thought it was 25.
No, I think it's 2026 because
Great. I can't do that one.
1776. You had him this last summer? You just had him?
No.
You get him next summer.
I'll have him this summer. Yeah, 24.
And then
not 25. Oh, so it will be 26. I was thinking about that, right? Okay.
Yes. And we're going to be in DC. We're going to announce it now. We're just going to put it out there. So DC, the 250th 4th of July celebration. The non-custodials will be throwing down in DC. We're going to be right below the Washington Monument, right there. That's where we're going to sit at. We're going to post up.
Okay.
So,
all right.
So yeah, we'd love to have everybody out there. Let's get thousands of non-custodial parents out there to the 4th of July in DC, and let's throw down how non-custodials do it. The best. So
the best.
The best. Anyways,
what a plan.
I think it's gonna be tons of fun, Alicia. I really enjoyed being with you on this. My God, just let me
adventure.
Go. Yes, it has been an adventure. What do you have going on today? Tomorrow we have Josh Jaros. And then next week we have an author.
Yes.
David Graves. He wrote a book.
It's called You Must Have Done Something, or
You Must Have Done Something. Yeah, you must have done something. It's about his journey through family court and his experience, and then he's still working to be in his daughter's life and stuff. And so a pretty heartfelt story this time of year. I think it's just important to share these stories that people have, and be connected with other fathers and mothers who have gone through these experiences. And he's got a cool book. I actually get to share it with you. I should send it to you today. So when we're done, I'll send it to you. But and then we got a couple other ones coming up, but we got some pretty big names in the shared parenting movement coming forward. And we're looking forward to teaming up with them and bringing you guys a lot of value and helping bring this change. So Wyoming's on the map. Drink, Alicia. Chris gave you some. Is he giving you? I can't.
You better not be giving. Chris, it is 2:35 in the afternoon. I guess it's 5 o'clock somewhere, but
that's right. It is. So happy hour on the East Coast for sure. So get yourself someone. And anytime
why did you even have that ticker on?
I don't know. I don't know who made that, but it was a terrible idea. It's better than the other one that we have, which I think is totally overvalued. 100 stars for Zach to do 100 burpees.
You guys get on it. And I think we should make him have to do them on camera right there in his kitchen doorway.
I should do them. I will. If somebody was to give that when I had that up, or call me out, I will do the 100 burpees live on StreamYard for all the people to see. So, and I haven't done 100 burpees straight ever, so I don't know how that goes, but I'm open to the experience.
You might die. You might die. I would die.
I've done 50 straight, and I bet I could do 100 straight. So, if anyone wants to call me on that,
call him on that.
Call me on my burpees. So,
it's only fair.
Daniel, we're gonna get you on here one of these times soon too, man. We need to get something set up because Daniel's part of the Wyoming Connection. We got a trio out here, and we're really getting started on doing some great things. The bar exam's February 21st, and I'm looking forward to passing that and then really stepping into making these moves. So 2026, 11 states with equal share parenting. Jason, I like where your head's at right now. That sounds like a pretty solid amount. That means Wyoming and South Dakota are on that list. So my work is done. Now we're partying.
Foreshadow.
Yeah,
foreshadow.
I like foreshadows. So
knock on wood.
Yes. Better than 3 shadows.
Knock on wood. Foreshadow.
Always.
If anybody has any ideas, I think personally, I'm just asking for specific topics to delve into that we haven't necessarily touched on. I know we're going to get more into maybe some step parenting point of views, right? Mm-hmm. Stepmoms.
Yeah, we got stepmoms.
Stepdads. I don't know about that, but yeah, any specific topics or specific people.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, right. Sorry.
If anybody has anybody you want to talk to, I'm definitely open to having somebody on. If you have people that you're interested in listening to us banter with, we're open to that. I think that, the real thing is that, CPS and considering
like Daniel just said, yep.
Yeah, I think that's a valuable thing. And there's some people that really are doing a lot of work right now with CPS, exposing CPS for some of their maybe their ulterior motives.
Practices.
Yeah, they're doing and how it's negatively impacting our kids. And the hard part is that, and they do it for money, right? Like the system's designed to bring in money, and they have this path they have to go down. And whether the people that are working there agree with it totally or not, it doesn't matter, because this is the way that they get paid, and the state agency dictates they follow those rules. And so it's just, there's a lot of things to be done to really make a lot of differences and stuff. And it's just a huge opportunity to really step into, bringing light to the stuff that's going on. CPS is got a lot of problems. I think we could have stuff like Jeff Morgan on and talk about grandparents' rights. The guy's a monster, and it's such a cool. Have you ever talked to Jeff?
I've never, over social media. I mean, and I think I read every single thing that he puts out about anything. But he's absolutely a wealth of information and knowledge. So
gosh. I set up. I was with. We should get him on. I was with him in DC with Mark at CPAC 3 years ago, maybe 4 years ago now, 3 years ago with him. And man, I stayed up all night long. Me and Jeff stayed in like one convention room and we talked until the sun came up. I thought it was like Las Vegas or something. Like I was like, I had the best conversation. And Jeff is just like everything we talked about, he just to go into detail. I think Mark was just talking about how Newt Gingrich like knows everything, right? Jeff Morgan freaking knows everything. That dude, such a cool guy and a wealth of knowledge. I would love to get to spend more time with him and with you. So we should make that one happen. We got a lot of other people too we're working on right now. Melissa Isaac is on the short list because she's just an amazing lady. And her story is pretty incredible through her experience. And I mean, really, I could just hang out with you all day, Alicia. It would be okay. So, but we should get.
You like this?
So, anyway, I'm good right now. I'm gonna go get my son from school. And him and I are gonna hang out and play some football because that's what we do every day. It's
Nice.
50 degrees outside.
Nice.
So I'm gonna throw some probably some corner shots. We're gonna hit some posts and have a lot of fun. So anyways,
Go get him.
love. See you soon. All right.
Okay. Peace.
I hit the wrong